Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Mic Check. I'm so glad you're here today. Okay, I need to tell you about the last few weeks because it's been a lot. And I promise you, this podcast would always be in the real version, not the highlighted reel. So here we go. I'm launching something next month that I have never done before, something I have been dreaming about for a long time, something that started. And I wanted you to hear this with food. It always started with food with me. When I was a kid, I would be eating some Asian dish, something that had absolutely nothing to do with where we came from, and I would be completely in my element, fully absorbed, in love with every single bite, just gone. And my mom would watch me eat, and then she would shake her head, start laughing, and say, "You were born on the wrong side of the border." And we would both just lose it every single time. It became our thing, our joke. But underneath that laugh, there was something real in it, something she could see in me even then. This deep, genuine, unexplainable love for Asian culture that started with the food and never stopped there. The people, the philosophy, the way of living that felt so intentional, so peaceful, so grounded. A love that had nothing to do with where I came from and everything to do with who I am. I carried that my whole life. And then one day, I went to Kyoto, just once, one trip. And I'm not going to try to describe it to you because I don't think words do justice. What I will tell you is that I felt a peace there that I've never felt anywhere. A stillness, like everything was exactly where it was supposed to be. I walked through that city and something in me just exhaled. And I came home thinking about one thing. Not everyone gets to feel that. Not everyone can get on the plane and just go to Japan. Life does not always allow for that. So I thought, what if I brought that feeling to them? That was the beginning of Kado Essence. Kado Essence is my Japanese 5 sense retreat, an immersive experience built around sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Every single detail intentional, every element chosen to create one thing: that exhale, that stillness, that feeling is being completely present in your own body for the first time in a long time. I am soft launching next month and finding the venue. Oh, let me tell you about finding the venue. I went to so many places, so many, looking for the right space, the one that could hold what I was trying to create. And let me tell you, it is not easy to walk in a venue and explain a Japanese 5 sense retreat when you are a brown woman and the person across you had never heard of anything like it. And then I walked into this one place. The lady looked at me and asked, "What do you need the venue for?" I started explaining, and then she stopped me. She looked me dead in my eyes and said, "Why Japanese? You're brown." Of course, she didn't say you're brown, but that's what she was trying to ask. I felt it, that little pinch inside. You know, that one where someone questions not just your idea, but your right to have it? But I did not quit. I looked right back at her and I said, "Because I love Japan. I love Kyoto. This idea was born when I visited Japan and it has not left me since. I want to create an experience for people who will never get to go there so they can feel what I felt, so they can have that exhale too." I did not apologize. I did not shrink. I did not make Karo Essence small so she would be more comfortable with it. I told her my whole why and I meant every single word. She gave me the venue. And I walked out thinking, this is exactly it. This is what I have been talking about on this podcast. Your why does not need anyone's approval. Your love for something does not need to make sense to everyone. You just have to be willing to stand in it out loud without apology. Don't let anyone dim your light, not even a stranger standing between you and your venue. So, what is Kado Essence really? It is a Japanese 5 sense retreat created by a brown woman who fell in love with Asian culture over a plate of food as a kid, while her mom laughed and said, "You were born on the wrong side of the border." It is for the person who is running on empty and does not even know it, who has not been fully present in their own life in longer than they want to admit, who deserve to walk into a room and just exhale. It is for the person who will never get to Japan, who deserve to feel that peace anyway. That is what I'm building, and I'm not making it small for anyone. Now, the fear, because it is real and it shows up every single day right now. The fear is not about the lady at the venue anymore. The fear is deeper than that. What if it does not live up to what I have imagined? Because the version of Kado Essence in my head is extraordinary. Every detail lands perfectly. Every guest walks in and immediately feels it. That shift, that oh, the exhale, and the gap between the vision and what actually shows up on the day of the launch. That gap is where the fear lives. What if it is just fine, not transformative, just fine? I'm sitting with that fear right now. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. But here's what I keep telling myself. We talked in episode 5 about failure as a data, not drama. About how the first version of anything is never the final version. Caro Essence next month is version 1. The soft launch, the first experiment, and everything I learned from it will make the next version even better. The fear is allowed to be here, but it does not get to drive. And the joy, because it is just as loud as the fear and it deserves its moment. There's something about building something that is completely and entirely yours, something that did not exist before you decide it should, that nothing else compares to. Something that started with a kid eating Asian food while her mom laughed, that grew through one trip to Japan, that survived every venue that did not work, and one lady who looked at me and said, "Why Japanese? You're brown?" and became real anyway. I think about that person who's going to walk into that room next month carrying everything, all their stress, all their noise, all the weight of life that never seemed to slow down, and walk out having exhaled in a way they did not even know they needed. I built that for them, and I'm so proud of it. Even in the middle of the fear, even in the overwhelm, even when it is a lot, I'm proud of it. Because here's the truth I want you to take from today. The fear and the joy do not take turns, they live right next to each other. And I used to think that if fear was present, it meant something was wrong, that I should wait, reconsider, may be more ready. But I have built enough things now to know that is not what fear means. Fear means you care. Fear means this is real. Fear means you have put enough of yourself into something that it matters deeply what happens to it. That is not a reason to stop. That is the whole point. Maya Angelou said, "You shouldn't go through life with a catcher's mitt on both hands. You need to be able to throw something back." I have been catching for a long time. The doubt, the questions, the why you, why Japanese, why now. Next month, I throw Kado Essence into the world. The whole version, the full story. The brown woman who was told she was born on the wrong side of the border and built the Japanese 5 cents retreat anyways. That version. All of it. And before I let you go, I want to say something directly to whoever is listening right now and sitting on their own thing. The thing that people question. The thing that does not fit the box they put you in. The thing that comes from somewhere so deep and so personal that explaining it to a stranger feels almost impossible. Build it anyway. Own the whole story. Say the whole thing. Stand in your why even when the person across from you does not understand it yet. Because your why does not need their approval. Your love for something does not need to make sense to everyone in the room. It just needs to be real. And if it has been living in you since you were a kid, it's real. Build the bridge, invite people across, and do not let anyone, not a stranger, not a doubt, not a fear, dim what you're building. I will be taking you with me on this journey as we get closer to the launch, the real version, not the polished one. And today I want to ask you this. Have you ever had to stand in your why in front of someone who questioned it? What did you say? Drop in the comments. I want to hear your story because I think more of us have been in that moment than we talk about. And I think it is time we did. This is Mike Check. I will see you next time. Ciao.